I'm starting with this poem. The name of the poem is Animals. You can see that this is written by Walt Whitman, and he was born in 1819 and 1892, and he was a major figure in the early American poetry. In an age when all poetry was rhymed and metrical, Whitman made a break with tradition and wrote a revolutionary new kind of poetry in a free verse, which means Walt Whitman was at that time period where all the poems are written in rhyme in a formal way, but he is the only one who had brought the new change. And this change was he started writing the poem in a freestyle, free verse. He was the non-conformist in all respects, including his social life. He was a non-conformist, which means he is not believing in anything confirmed. Non-conformist are those people who are not accepting anything very easily, very easily. Okay, the poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans. Women he finds complicated and false. So in this poem we are going to understand about that. The poet is feeling that he feels more comfortable with animals because in humans are complicated and false. Complicated means like humans are very complex, like, and we are very wrong, which means fake people are there. So he feels more comfortable with animals. We are going to see that. Let's start. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. So here the writer is saying that he thinks that he could transform himself. He could transform, like right now poet is a human being. He is saying that I will turn myself as an animal and I will live with animals because they are very placid and they are very content. Placid means not they are not easily upset in their life. They are self-sufficient. The poet is talking about that he will going to transform himself in animal and he will live with them because they are not easily upset like human beings are. And they are self-contained, like human beings are not self-sufficient. Self-sufficient means like you are working with yourself, you are not dependent on others. Humans are dependent on each other, like you are dependent with your families. I'm dependent also with my families, but they are not. I stand and look at them long and long. So here the poet is talking about that he will stand and look to the animal long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. So here the poet is talking about that they are not sweating also, like humans are sweat, and they are not whine also. Whine is nothing but they are not complaining, they are not sweating. Like humans are always complaining wherever they go, they complain. We are complaint box, but animals are never complain. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. So here the poet is talking about animals are not lying, like humans lie on every second, and animals never lie in the dark, and they are not crying also for the wrong. They do not make mistake discussing their duty to God. So make mistake is they did not. So here the poet is so talking about that they are not irritating me whatever whenever they are discussing a duty of God, which means the animals do the duty what kind of work they are. They it is not strange for me. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owing things. So no one. So here as a human being we are every time dissatisfied. We are we have a crazy for we are mad of possessing the things in our life, like this is mine, that is mine, this home is mine, this. But animals doesn't possess anything. They are just living. They are not dissatisfied also. Not one nails down to another. So no one is needing, like we as human being, we have hierarchy system. Like you are respecting me, but here the animal system, they are not leaning down to another, nor to his kind that live thousand of years ago, nor to his kind that lives thousand of years ago. Thousand of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So every animal is too happy and too satisfied. So here no one is too happy and too much satisfied. Like we as a human being, sometimes we are more happy, sometimes we are more upset. So in animal system, no one is too happy and too upset, too sad. They are neutral. So they show their relation to me and I accept them. So here the poet is talking about they show their relationship and I accept them, and I like that. And they bring me tokens of myself. They bring me token is nothing but their simple lifestyle. They bring me their lifestyle to myself, and they show them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? So here the poet is talking about that. He, like, from where this simplicity came in their life, from where, like, how they get those simplicity and lifestyle, how. So the poet is questioning to himself, like, may I also got this opportunity to take this simplicity, but I had dropped them. That's why I had dropped them. That tokens is nothing but simple lifestyle what the animals lives. In this whole poem we have understood that the poet don't wants to live with the human being because we are uncomfortable, and humans are false, which are fake. He likes to live with animals because he feels comfortable, and there is no hierarchy system, and everyone is happy and neutral. So here, this poem is written by Walt Whitman, and Walt Whitman likes to live with animals. Thanks for listening me.